International Air Transport Association and a few countries in Europe are they already pondering on the idea of a COVID-19 vaccination based immunity passports or a travel pass in a bid to ease travel restrictions. I personally feel, and I would say that all the medical professionals and scientists will also have the same feeling, that it is a bit too early to talk about the same. Though clinical trials have already suggested that the vaccines are effective at preventing one from getting seriously ill, there are still, you see, critical unknowns such as we really don't know whether the about the efficacy of the vaccination in reducing transmission, also the duration of immunity after vaccination, and also the efficacy of the vaccine against the emerging variants of SARS-CoV-2 virus, etc. It is the international contact tracing or immunity passports that shall ultimately hold the key to ensure their international acceptability. Such frameworks should be used on sound principles of equity and privacy. That WHO as a UN body can play a lead role in achieving a global consensus on such frameworks. And then I would say that developing such cross-border mobility experiences will require cooperation between the health sector as well as aviation, travel and tourism sector stakeholders. The COVID-19 pandemic, it has gravely wounded the world economy with serious consequences, impacting all the communities all across the world and individuals. It has also hit supply chains and it has therefore impacted trade and development in a major way. Moving rapidly across borders along the principal arteries of the global economy, the spread of the virus has benefited from the underlying interconnectedness of globalization, catapulting a global health crisis into a global economic shock. In the context of public health, clear, transparent and timely sharing of crucial information on public health emergencies by undertaking rapid risk assessment and disseminating the risk. This is the key to striking a balance between public health and trade and also travel. Conducting such risk assessments would entail rapid analysis of causative agents, their origin and transmission dynamics, geographic spread, the pathogenicity of the disease, the population and age groups which are affected, the associated fatality, the potential impact on health, livelihood, and also the economy. Additionally, it is imperative to have standard operating procedures to streamline operations of international contact tracing also. In the context of COVID-19 detection of mutant variants in some of the countries, which has led to resurgence in cases, this has emerged as another impediment in dialing down the existing travel and trade restrictions